let's go ahead and make another video. It's been about a month or so since I've done a week video, so let's do one now. It's Sunday. I'm leaving out early this week. That's by choice. You can see here that I'm going up to Williamstown, Kentucky, and that's going to be 213 paid miles. But more importantly right now is that delivers tomorrow, Monday, between, you can see here, 7 and about 3 o'clock or so. So I decided that I'm going to leave out today, although I could have left out tomorrow and, you know, delivered more towards 3. I decided I'm going to leave today, and I'm going to get up there as early as possible, try to make it a bigger money week. So you can see here sort of a bad satellite image, and that's because I'm trying to decide if I can park at the receiver or not, and I'm gonna go ahead and guess from this grainy photo, which of course when I look at myself is a little bit better, that I can get in there. So I'm gonna try that. Another thing I want to mention is that 213 paid miles, it looks like it's about 224 or 26, something like that, actual miles. I'm on the west side of Knoxville, so you get paid from the center of Knoxville, which is, you know, whatever, 10 miles or so from here. So that explains that discrepancy, but there's always discrepancies like that. You know, you're a trucker too. I'll mention that all these trucks you see behind me here are truckload trucks. That's what I do. I've mentioned before, that's the entry level at Averitt. Higher level jobs get paid more, LTL and shuttle and all kinds of other things. So these trucks are, you can see most of them are still here because it's Sunday. There's my car. They guys haven't left out yet. Right here, I'm going to show you on this screen, this is my home time this week. Averitt promised between 34 and 48 hours of home time every week. They don't promise that it'll be on the weekend, but in my experience it always has been. You can see here I just got just under 48 hours this week. Of course I would have got more if I decided to stay till tomorrow morning, but I didn't do that. So what else do I need to mention? Here's my route. It's a pretty obvious route, straight up from Knoxville up to Williamstown, just past Lexington. There's a couple Averitt service centers that I could park at on the way if I wanted to spend the night there, but that's kind of pointless for me right now. I want to get straight there and get the week started. So right down the road there is where I did my drop this morning. It's already done, but it didn't work out the way I hoped. I hoped to get here early and then get right on another load and, like I said, make some extra money this week. We'll see if that still happens, but anyways, right now there's a big lag time between now and my next pickup, which is at 8 p.m. tonight. Now it's going on noon because I even slept late and stuff like that. But yeah, now it's going on noon. I have to pick up at 8 in Berea, Kentucky, right down the road from here, like 80 miles. I think I'm going to go and see if it's ready early, because I'm guessing it's a drop and hook, and of course, you know, I don't want to sit around. So I'll see if I can pick it up and then take it to Norcross, which is the Averitt Service Center on the east side of Atlanta. It's due there between 5 and like 3 p.m., 5 a.m. and 3 p.m. tomorrow. And, you know, of course, I'll try to get it on the early side. Let's see if I can even pick it up. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and start my clock and get down there and see what happens. To Berea and see what happens. So sometimes this happens. You think that your pickup's gonna be at 8 o'clock. You're gonna have to sit around all day. But if you go ahead and try it out, you find out the people that are loading it, or they're trying to get their job done as fast as they can and all that. So it's well early right now. It's like 2:27 when I arrived here. I know because I signed in on the sign-in sheet. This is a drop and hook. That's my trailer right there. It's getting loaded right now. And so yeah, I'm doing this little drop and I'm gonna go pick it up and get to Atlanta early tomorrow. I know what my next load's gonna be after basically like East Atlanta. Then I'm gonna go up to Marietta, which is just north of Atlanta a bit on I-75. And then go from there down to Mobile, Alabama, and that'll be due on Wednesday morning, and that'll be like a 380 mile load or so, including the empty move, which will get paid as 400 as a 400 mile minimum. So this is East Atlanta, Lawrenceville, Georgia. This is the Norcross facility. This is only the second time I've been here. Last night I got here at about 1 in the morning, and so that's why I'm getting a late start today. It's pretty close to noon now. So I'm going to head up to Marietta as planned, and then from there down to Mobile, and then we'll see what happens after that. Last night I went and sort of checked out some of the facilities here. You can see there's a washing machine here, which I also have in Knoxville, so I guess you see those from time to time. An iron, which I hadn't seen that before, and you know, went in and did what I need to do at night, brushed my teeth and all that. Also saw this bathroom, which looks pretty good because it's got the toilet in there, you know, and of course I like to see that. Drivers like that, you know, toilet and the shower all in one room. That's always a plus. So anyways, I am gonna get going now, and I'll see you somewhere along the way, maybe in Mobile, maybe before. So we're down here in Mobile. I slept at the shipper, or the receiver. So here's what Home Sweet Home looks like last night. There was a train that went by several times during the middle of the night, which is not bad. I don't mind that kind of noise. Next, I'm going to Laurel, Mississippi. That's 115 actual miles from here, and it's 116 miles as an empty move. Then from there, going up to Lurie, Virginia, which is on I-81. There's big signs on the side of the highway that say Lurie Caverns. That's 844 paid miles. I'm not sure how many actual miles, but I think it's pretty close to that, actually. That's basically a 2-day run from picking up at 1 o'clock, so pretty soon here, picking up at 1 o'clock, and then delivering at 9 a.m. on Friday morning. So, and from there, I'm probably going to be getting a run home. It's about 2 in the morning. I'm running a lot later than usual this week. This is almost to Knoxville, so that means I've got about 480 more miles or so. I'm hoping that maybe I'll even be able to take a hazmat test. I've been looking for, you know, a day of the week that I could do it, and I've been wanting to get hazmat for a while, and it's been quite a few weeks since I got fingerprinted, so I did that part of it a long time ago. Averitt reimbursed me for that. They're going to reimburse for the next part too, so I really need to get that done. I've done all the tests pretty much, and now it's just time to find a day to go down there, and I'm thinking maybe that day will be tomorrow, because tomorrow's a Thursday, and you know, maybe I can go and get that done within like a 3 or 4 hour window and still be on time for my load up in Virginia. So I just got my hazmat endorsement, which is a really big deal because it's been like dogging me for a while now. I got my fingerprints taken several weeks ago. I got the letter back from TSA saying that that was done, and then I just sat on that letter for, it seems like, I would say at least 5 weeks while I couldn't get it together to study for the test, then take the test, and all that kind of stuff. The way that I studied for the test was this DMV Genie app that I got from the App Store, and that was enough. I got 25 out of 30 on my test, which is not stellar at all, but it was enough to pass, thank goodness. I'm back in my truck at the Knoxville Service Center. that was a great stop because I got ice, I got fuel, and I even got a hazmat. And you can see here I was off duty for 2 hours and 39 minutes, which, you know, it's really great. And it's part of the reason why I mentioned the other day that I was thinking about getting the hazmat, to try to put a little bit of additional pressure on myself, to make myself accountable to you, so that I would be embarrassed if I didn't do it, because I'd have to explain why I'm so lame. So that pressure is really helpful to me, so thanks for that. And now I'm going up to Lurie, Virginia the rest of the way. It's about 4 p.m. now, so I got about 8 hours of driving, about 400 miles. I'll be there around midnight. I already looked at the Google satellite image. It looks like I'm not going to have any trouble at all parking at the facility for my 9 a.m. delivery tomorrow. So I just backed up and dropped the trailer here in Lurie, which means I'm done. It's a drop and hook, and now I'm going to go down to Roanoke, where I'll get my next pickup at 5 o'clock. So I got several hours. It's 11 o'clock now. It's a 3-hour trip, 150 miles, and it's I got about 6 hours to get there. So I'll probably just sit here for a little bit before I leave, and then kind of slowly go down there. The load itself is going to Mexico City, which is interesting. I've never seen that before. Though I know Averitt runs down there, I've just never seen it myself. So it's the end of the week. I'm about to fuel up. I forgot to take a picture of my last pickup, the shipper there. Sorry about that. So yeah, it's about midnight, and this is what I usually do at the end of the week. I get fuel, so I don't have to do it on Monday when I start. So the week was kind of long, like 5.5 days. You remember I started middle of Sunday and ending at the absolute last minute of Friday. I'll show you the money and be done. So I went from Knoxville to Williamstown, Kentucky. That was 213 miles. From Williamstown to Berea, empty move of 82 plus 344 the rest of the way to Lawrenceville, basically Atlanta, Georgia, equals 426. Then from Lawrenceville to Marietta, empty move, then to Mobile was 38 plus 341 equals 379. So Averitt pays 400 because I picked it up and I dropped it off. From Mobile to Laurel, empty move 116 plus 844 to Lurie equals 960. Lurie to Roanoke, empty move 139 plus then on to Knoxville equals 250 plus 254 equals 393. That one doesn't pay 400 mile minimum because that's the one that gets me home and I'm not actually delivering it. I got a total of 2,392 miles at my rate of 46 cents. So I got $1,100.32 for the week.